What's up, guys? This is crazy. Did the team pool finally wake up? While Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens are still believing Russia is our ally and Ukraine our enemy. Team Pool used to say that we should stop helping Ukraine. They are our enemies and Russia was the good guy. And now he's calling Putin a dictator. What do you think? Go to the commentary. I want to see what you think about this. Give a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. Let us go straight to the point. Let us try to find out. This is how Team Pool used to think. Look at this.
This is psychotic. Ukraine is the enemy of this country. Ukraine is our enemy, being funded by the Democrats. I will stress this again. One of the greatest enemies of our nation right now is Ukraine. They are expanding this war. Now, don't get me wrong, I know. You've got criminal elements of the U.S. government pushing them and guiding them and telling them what to do. Ukraine is now accused, a German warrant issued for blowing up the Nord Stream pipeline, triggering this conflict. Ukraine is the greatest threat to this nation and to the world. We should rescind all funding and financing, pull out all military support, and we should apologize to Russia.
This is Team Pool before. Young guy, young people make mistakes. Honestly, I don't understand why so many people in America from the right support Putin. It's unbelievable because the right, the people on the right, the conservatives, they used to get the right history. So if you read any good history, you know Putin is KGB, Putin is a dictator. Everybody knows that. But yet, the young people from the right in the US support them. And they use the manipulation strategy, put a lot of money in America, a lot of money into the media to make them look the good guys. But you see, even the way the word thinks, like they call the Ukrainian Nazis, all those things are the same things the lefty call us. Russia was always from the left. They still on the left. Is where the big, communist revolution, everything is there. And the dream of Putin is to go back to the Red Army. We all know that. But why some people in the right continue supporting Putin? It's kind of hard to understand. But let's see. Tim Pool, he just posted this yesterday. And that's what's going crazy. Look at this. Ukraine has been fighting for their very existence against an evil dictator. I see now the importance of the Ukrainian victory against Russia. I hope Trump and the people of the United States will lend their support. So, do you agree or you disagree with the new Team Pool? Many people say he probably was getting money. People say he was bought out by Russia. This is what people say. People say that it's very hard to believe that intelligent people all this suddenly believed in Putin or in Russia. Everybody knows Russia invaded Ukraine, and Ukraine is fighting for their existence. It's the same thing we look at Israel and Hamas. Hamas invaded Israel, and Israel was fighting for their existence. It's the same thing right now. So now, many of us thought, and this is something I'm thinking, maybe lots of people like the team that's going to win. People hate losers. So we all thought that because we were deceived, that Russia was a big powerhouse, powerful, and they will destroy Ukraine within a week or two. The war is over. So maybe some people start supporting Russia because they thought the war would be, done so quickly, and the Russians would win this war. But as now we know, Ukraine is fighting back. Yes, without Americans' help, probably they wouldn't survive. But the fact is they are surviving and they are thriving, and they will eventually win this war because the Ukrainians are not going to give up, and they were invaded by the Russians. So we need to understand this. We need to watch this in a different way. And then I saw this video I think is very interesting. Laura Loomer, she showing some lies about Tucker Carlson, which, show lies about Tucker Carlson, it's not very difficult task. Let's see it.
Hey everybody, Laura Loomer here. I am currently in the middle of Kyiv, Ukraine, and as you can see behind me, I'm at McDonald's, right? Because what type of American would I be if I didn't visit the McDonald's, right? The most iconic American fast food chain in every single country that I decided to visit. You know who else visited McDonald's? Well, it was Tucker Carlson, you'll recall, right? 2 years ago when Tucker Carlson, as I like to call
Tucker Carlson.
him, traveled to Moscow, Russia, 2 years after the war between Russia and Ukraine broke out, and 2 years after the United States sanctioned Russia for invading Ukraine. He decided to travel to Moscow and talk about how amazing the McDonald's is there to prove that American sanctions, I guess he was trying to prove, don't work. Except the thing is, it wasn't actually McDonald's because you see, American brands don't operate in Russia anymore because, well, the country is sanctioned. And why are they sanctioned? Because, well, they're firing ballistic missiles, 40 ballistic missiles into Kyiv, damaging a shopping mall, several homes, residential areas, and of course, it blew out the windows and did significant structural damage to McDonald's. So I'm going to take you inside a McDonald's in Kyiv, Ukraine, to show you what McDonald's tastes like in a country that actually has real American fast food because, well, we're not sanctioned here.
My first thought is I should be not eating this shit.
You know what I love more than a really tasty McDonald's cheeseburger and fries? Some shrapnel with my fast food. You can see here the shrapnel has completely destroyed the exterior wall of the McDonald's, but it's still standing. They're still operating. It's crazy. You would think that after.
So we see here, she makes a video. I'm not a big fan of McDonald's. I do not go to McDonald's, whatever. But it is funny. Tucker Carlson, he changed completely. Once he came from Russia, like he drank the water from Putin, he came a complete different person. I still wonder what made Tucker Carlson change so much. Was that the demon possession experience? I don't know if you remember that, when he said he was possessed by a demon, or the demon attacked him during the night, or the water he drank from Putin. So those are the two things I wonder. What made Tucker Carlson change so much? Because you have the before and after. You have a clear before and after. We have a guy who is conservative, a guy who believes in Trump, a guy who fights for the Republicans, and all of a sudden you have a guy who loves Putin, we have a guy who loves Iran, and the same thing with the Candace Owen. She went completely crazy of all stories. She's inventing a bunch of things. It's completely crazy. But lots of people believe in them. That's the problem. So may God bless you. May God bless America. See you next video.